colors, the Army, the Navy. When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is mine, if you want it, come take it. I'm ready for more. Tell 'em I'm ready.
Today, from Seattle, Washington, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Seattle Seahawks. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. This defense for the Chiefs, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. This is Carson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And this one complete to Smith. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. This will go to Carson out wide. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Here's Carson. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
Now Wilson on first down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson, they'll run the screen with Carson. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They run for it with Carson. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Here's Travis Homer, the former Miami Hurricane. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The numbers on the ground for Carson last week: 14 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First catch of this game, a big one. Of course, he had the big performance last week when he was AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, but that was so last week, wasn't it? I mean, look at what he's doing now. I think he's trying to exceed what he did in that game and continue to ascend in this season.
On first down, Benjamin. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. The numbers in last week's game for Benjamin: 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They go play action with Wilson. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Chiefs are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. We're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media, will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Mahomes now to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down. Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
On the ground, Benjamin. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles.
Touchdown! A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now it's Carson. Stays on his feet. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. They'll run on first down. Carson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action now. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down.
Defense.
Come on, baby. We got to do our job. We got to do our job.
So a potential big play by this defense wiped out by the face mask.
And disappointing because it was so unnecessary. They had the sack. But the officials are definitely keeping a close eye on the quarterback, especially the referee. They were able to spot that one immediately.
54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They run it with Carson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this a quick slant to Lockett. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Now a timeout called for by the defense. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball in the coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Now it's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Carson, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the turn.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. After the sack on first down, Mahomes and going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Eluding the pressure right.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. So not the greatest of first halves for him, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Out comes Patrick Mahomes in the Chiefs offense. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play fake. Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, he's got to have that wrong, doesn't he? They declined that.
There's no doubt about it. Sorry to step on you there, partner, but let's go ahead and run this one together, right? Incomplete pass, yet they call pass interference, and somehow you're going to decline that penalty?
I'm so confused. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running to anchor.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chiefs have tied it, and they can take the lead with the extra point. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will put them on top here in the third. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run again with Carson. Fights off the defender. 65 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They've won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now left side on the swing pass. And it's out. He put it on the carpet, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. The tide definitely seems to be turning in this third quarter as this defense is able to knock the ball free and recover.
And let's look at it this way. Their offense is right back out there who just got them the lead a few minutes ago. This has the potential to be a big swing in this game.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a group.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
Well, no doubt those points or those missed points do loom large, but here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my time in school, I was always begging my teachers for a makeup exam. Here's their opportunity now to put those points on the board.
And every point becoming more vital here in the second half. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now it's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Arnold. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. To throw is Wilson. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
His throw incomplete.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Left side complete to Lockett. And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They run it with Benjamin. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. They're going deep for Hill. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run again with Benjamin. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking side.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is up to 5. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way to the opposite 48. A big play that time for the Seahawks.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw caught here by Metcalf. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 34-yard line. It's caught, Rocket, and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Chiefs have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. Benjamin, and he works free. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 78 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On the run is Benjamin. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On first down, Benjamin. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Going for it all. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Butker on for the PAT. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down by 12. 36 seconds remaining. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 2nd down. Here's Wilson. And he'll get him a 1st down up past the 40 as the clock ticks on. Wilson. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10. Wilson, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
That's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill when your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon. There's an incompletion right there.
One last shot for Wilson. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus. and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for Kansas City,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, their
I shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys about to mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get